And we are live. What's up, everyone? Welcome to this episode of FSP, episode number 127. Thank you all for being here on a Monday night. Yes, the real world continues. I think this is the Monday where everybody kind of gets back to real life and stuff. A lot of people have been on vacation, extended vacations, and stuff like that. But thank you all for chilling with us tonight, and we're gonna talk gaming. We got lots of surprise little things just got announced, so we'll add that to the conversation as well. And we have more stuff to look forward to this week as CES is happening. We had some stuff happen today, but more news coming tomorrow for that as well. And yeah, it's you can kind of tell gaming news is starting right again, and games are going to be start coming out again. And there's one happening later this month that I'm extremely excited about. That's a lot sooner than I ever thought I was going to get to play it. So we're going to talk about that a little bit later as well. But I want to thank everybody for tuning in again, and hope you're all having an awesome one. And right now, we are joined by two of my brothers. The amazing 3-Bit is here. First time I've had a good chance to talk to you in a minute, dude. But how you doing?
Yeah, doing good. I got these, they're called ferrite blockers, right? I was telling
Yeah, yeah,
Fuzzy
yeah.
about it the other day, where because for those who don't know, I have a ghost haunting my computer, and it constantly I hear noises coming out of my computer speakers. And it disconnects my mouse and keyboard randomly when I'm just working. I'll just hear a voice that goes like, "And that is it for today." And then it,
And then
it
everything
says some other
dies.
thing. Then everything just dies. Um
How ominous.
so I know. So I bought these on Amazon, and I wrapped it around. There's like a pack of them, and then you wrap it around your computer wires, and it doesn't disconnect anymore. But I still hear occasional, like it trying to break through, but now it's harder. So I'll hear, I'll like, "Oh man," and he's like Southern or something, whatever
Is it
voice
like
he's
a
trying
wrestling broadcast or something? Like and
It
it's over, the
sounds like
Undertaker takes him down. Oh, I think the Undertaker's retired now.
it
Anyway.
sounds like a Southern news channel or something, but I don't know. But this seemed to have helped. My keyboard and mouse don't disconnect anymore, but I'm still hearing noises, but at least that is somewhat. So, but besides that, I'm good. I've been playing Indiana Jones. I beat it. So now I'm just going back and visiting sections that I have missed because it wasn't till that the third level in Indiana Jones where I realized that I could explore. I don't know what it was like. I was just going forward and just doing the missions, whatever. I was just kind of overwhelmed, I think, in that second mission, and I just like bolted forward. And then in the third mission, I did everything. So
Right.
now I'm going back and I'm appreciating it more. The Vatican is the one I missed quite a bit
Vatican's
in.
amazing, dude.
So
Yeah. If there's
yeah,
any one to go back to, it's that one. Also.
for sure.
Yeah, just
Yeah, I
because
missed a lot in that.
exploring there's like little secrets and stuff that you can find and stuff. So
Yeah, absolutely love it. And I was telling Fuzz the other day I was playing Top Spin, and I have beef with that game
okay,
because
I heard you mention this,
ooh,
and I want you to clarify. So I heard I was listening to Pixelated Echoes, and you
yeah,
mentioned that like the game kind of makes you feel like you need to get microtransactions and stuff.
yeah, yeah.
Explain this.
It's
Explain
ridiculous.
this to me because it's a tennis game.
Yeah. So
So
what they do,
like
right?
how can a tennis game make you feel the
Bad.
necessity for that? Tell me.
Because they get you, right? And they did get me because I kind of caved in, but I
Oh
kind of
no.
got
Did you get a better
I got a gift
racket
card.
or better like balls or
It just
sneakers
like
or
upgrades your character to like a
oh
higher level,
oh
kind of
so
like
they did like an
NBA.
NBA 2K thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So the reason why it's kind of trash is the whole game is kind of based on your stamina. So as you're playing, you basically you can enter tournaments, and then you're trying to get a higher rank, right? So you enter the tournament, you win the tournament. Awesome. Yay, your rank goes up. But then since your character has so low stats, your stamina's trash. So after every tournament, you have to rest for the entire month, right? And that means your rank goes back down. So you're in this never-ending cycle of I win a tournament, but I have to rest, and it goes back down. I win a tournament, I have to go back down. So it's just you stick to the rank you basically are in, because you always have to rest. So it's like, can you actually upgrade your character eventually?
Maybe
You
if
know,
you
you sleep
upgrade
a
your
couple times.
bed,
Upgrade the
get a
bed
sleep
stat.
number bed. I don't know.
It's ridiculous. So unless there's something I'm just missing, that is such a dumb little thing
Yeah,
that they
I don't
put
know.
in the
That
game.
sounds
Uh,
that sounds weird, man. Um, you
yeah,
know, this is not an insult, but you're 3-bit, so I am curious if there's some mechanic
Because
there
I'm like
that
I'm
there's.
completely missing.
Yeah, but you actually have me intrigued to play it because I want to experience this never-ending loop and see what's
Yeah,
going
I
on.
haven't seen anyone complain about it online or anything,
You're
so it
right.
could
That's
be a
I
pretty
haven't
good
heard
thing.
anything about this.
But I've experienced it and I'm angry
Yeah.
about it. So
Okay.
I will complain about it. But yeah, I've been dealing with that as well.
Do we have any Top Spin players in the chat for the new Top Spin? I mean, this is a franchise I used to play back in the day, but I mean, it's completely different now. They didn't have
Yeah, it
anything
was
like
on
that
sale,
then.
so I was like, yeah,
Yeah.
I'll buy it.
I want, I
But
want
yeah,
to, I want to play it, but like, I didn't ever think
yeah.
it should have been $70 to begin with. You know?
I didn't even know it was $70. I got it on
Yeah.
sale for like 25, 30, something like that.
Does it have like a my team trading card kind of like Ultimate
No,
Team
it's
style
like
mode for tennis?
I haven't seen any card based system, but I mean, you just create your
Right.
character and you basically just try to reach the top. And yeah,
Okay.
I mean, that's basically it. But I love games like that. Like I love sports games, so
Yeah. It's been forever since I played
uh,
a tennis game, but yeah, I
yeah,
used to play them all
it's
the
hard.
time.
It's hard. I don't get the timing all the time.
Yeah.
Also, when a ball comes at you, but that's a me problem.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna put that one on
Okay.
you.
How
Let's
you
just complain about tennis.
Yeah, tennis is hard. Yeah.
Yeah,
Hard.
yeah,
Balls come at you.
yeah. All the
You
time.
got to hit them.
Raining. Yeah.
Um how you doing, Fuzz? What's up, man?
Yep.
I'm doing great. Glad to be here with you guys. Um, it snowed out here, so I might be I'm not exhausted, but I'm probably a little bit more tired than my normal self. But yeah, I had to shovel some snow and stuff like that. So don't have the boys to rely on at that point. They're in West Virginia. I don't know if they're getting snow out there as well, but it definitely snowed. I would say it's like about 4 to 6 inches out here. But it seems like it's still coming down. It took a break for a few hours, and now it's just covering the driveway all over again. So hopefully the salt counters it. But man, 2025, it's already seeming like it's stacked with news, and we
Yeah.
haven't even gotten to the big day yet or tomorrow, where Jason Ronald and the guy from Steam that worked on like the Steam Deck is going to be talking about stuff, and curious to see what they do. But
Yeah.
we got some stuff to talk about.
Yeah, it's been stuff coming out from CES already. Different devices kind of being talked about, different TVs and stuff. It's like some stuff we'll never ever actually see or nobody will actually own. You know, when they have the like, look at this 1,000-inch TV. It's in 200,000K, and it
Yeah.
has, you can fold it like a map, and then you put it on the wall, and it's 3D, but you can go inside the TV. It transports you to another
It
world.
just
Like
costs your entire
it
intestines
only is
and
eighty
your
thousand
mortgage.
dollars, but this is a prototype. You know, it's like the car shows when they have like this is a concept car, and oh, that looks fucking amazing, and then just nothing
Hmm.
ever happens with them. You get a lot of those kind of
Yeah.
things with CES. It
I like
seems like,
seeing it though. It's cool. It's
yeah, it
cool to
is
dream
cool.
about
It is cool,
it.
right? Um,
Like a car with no mirrors, just cameras. It's like, oh wait, it's not street
yeah,
legal to do that. So.
right. You're like the BMW that changes colors, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, we should have some
Like
cool gaming stuff coming up.
yeah.
Yeah. Um,
We need that color change in paint for the days we decide to play GTA in real life. We have
Yeah.
to go to the paint spray.
yeah, yeah,
So I
yeah.
want it red so they don't catch
Or
me.
they just make
I,
license plates that change numbers.
I've thought about all of this in my theoretical crime spree, GTA crime spree. I'm like, I could get a car that if I put water on it, it'll change colors, and then I could have a little machine that swaps the license plate. Yeah, bad. It's bad.
Yeah.
This is what games does
We're
to
not
our
we're
children.
not saying that people should do that.
No, no, no.
Um so yeah, speaking of
Maybe.
snow too, Fuzz. Yeah.
Mhm.
I know that most of the country here is going through this polar vortex, right? So
Mhm.
yeah, but it went from like unseasonably warm here. I mean, it's where I'm in Texas, so it's usually warmer in the winter, but usually in like the 50s and stuff. We had a lot of days that are still in the 60s and even 70s and stuff. But it's like with this now, it's just like bam. It went from unseasonably warm to crazy unseasonably cold. And we're gonna get snow supposedly
Wow.
on Thursday. And
Wow,
yeah,
that's
it's
weird.
Thursday and Friday. They're saying right now between 2 to 5 inches, right? Which I know all of you up north are like, oh, you pansies.
It's
That's just like every day here, right?
mhm.
Yeah, like in Dallas or somewhere like in the South, when we get snow like that, it shuts everything down. Like we don't have the stuff you guys got for the roads and stuff. We don't have all the salt. We put fucking sand in front of the stores, pretty much. Nobody comes and plows our streets, right? And things like that. Like you can't back or out of the driveway and expect to get back up it.
Wow.
Yeah, there's nothing like that. You got to get your own
Just
shovel
crap.
and do all this shit. Like you got to rely on the hopes that there was a lot of other people that drove enough to melt enough of the road to make you have a place to drive, right? And we usually get ice more than snow too, so
Uh,
that's a thing. So we're looking forward to that. Thursday and Friday, and we'll see how long it lasts. Usually, it doesn't last very long, but they're pretty confident in it right now. So have that to look forward to at the end of the week.
Yeah,
mhm.
that's crazy.
Yeah,
I
but
remember it fake snowed here, and then everything shut down. It was like barely
yeah,
snowing.
I mean, it gets
So
crazy dangerous when it snows like here. Like, I mean, people like slide around all over the damn place on the roads. We got all the overpasses, and
Mhm.
there's always bad accidents and stuff. It's like, hey, everybody, we knew this was coming. Stop driving like a moron. Um, I I want Pong to move here so because he has experience, so he can like go work for the city, so he can like tell them to fix this shit, so we can be
just
prepared.
just for this specific moment,
Yeah, yeah,
and then he could go back. Yeah.
yeah, 100%. He'll move though, and he'll probably bring all the cold weather with him if he ever leaves
Oh yeah.
Minnesota. I know it.
Yeah.
Anyway, well, everybody, we got gaming stuff to talk about. Um, CES is a thing, right? So there was some Xbox news today at CES. Two little tidbits of things happened. And first off, LG is being added to This is an Xbox, so it's unclear right now because they just said later this year, and it said specific LG TVs, but supposedly LG TVs later this year are getting the Xbox app to go along with Samsung, which goes along with the lines of that's the second most popular TV brand, right? I think
Mhm.
Samsung or maybe TCL's number two now. I'm not sure.
TCLs are pretty popular too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe TCL's number 2. But yeah, there's Samsung, there's TCL and LG, and then there's the others. Right, but those are pretty much the top 3 brands at this point. TCL for the budget TV, and then for the higher end, you got Samsungs and LGs for the most part now. It's funny, like, you don't
Yeah.
really hear people talk about Sony TVs anymore.
Yeah, they kind of
Yeah.
lost their crown. Samsung pretty much snatched
Oh,
it from
yeah.
them.
Yeah,
I mean,
Sony
they still
TVs.
have some pricey TVs that are good, but they are pricier,
Yeah,
and in
that's the
some cases,
problem.
it's not worth that extra price.
Because it's like the same as the LG pretty much most of the time, but it's just a little bit more, right? Now I have a Sony TV there. That's Sony, and I love that TV. I got this like 4 years ago or so. It's really good TV. I fucking love that TV. Like games and everything plays great on it. But yeah, I got it on sale at Sam's, I think. But seems like for some reason they're not really a hardware company anymore besides PlayStation,
Yeah.
Sony. They're
Yeah.
just like making, I think they actually said this during like their investors thing when they were having their little interviews and talks. They're like, we were more of a hardware company, now we're more of a uh content company,
Mhm.
and I think that some of the news that also came out today also further shows what they're
Yeah.
doing. They still make hardware, but and they have a lot of
Yeah.
expertise in it, but you can really see how things have changed for them. Yeah, they still make audio stuff, they still make TVs and stuff, but they're not
It's
number
mostly
1 in
Sony
like
Pictures and
it,
then
yeah.
PlayStation. Yeah.
I mean, they make disc, they make they have the
Yeah.
Blu-ray, but is are they number 1 in anything with like hardware anymore besides like game console?
No, and they even used to be kind of like a number one supplier for like camera stuff, for like the iPhone
Oh,
for a
like
bit, but
Sony
then that
cameras.
that changed. I think the screens now are from Samsung, and the cameras might be from Samsung, so they lost that bid. Um, yeah, they. I mean, they're number one in the stuff that they create themselves, like for DAT tapes. Although I don't even know if they still produce the hardware for DAT tapes, but that was a proprietary thing that they created. I mean, great quality tapes, almost on the level of CDs, digital audio tapes. But I've only known one other person to buy one of those units or stereo with it. Kind of the same thing with the Betamax, but they got rid of Betamax years ago. But yeah, I don't think they're number one in hardware, other than maybe gaming consoles, and Nintendo
Well,
has
Nintendo's,
some.
yeah, actually number 1 with that, but like I guess we could consider high-end gaming consoles. But yeah, like it's just funny, like thinking back to like what Sony used to be. Like everybody had a Walkman or a
Mhm.
Discman, that is stereos. Everybody had one in their. If you got an aftermarket stereo, there was a good chance you got a Sony or there's a couple other good brands with that too, like in-home
Yeah.
audio equipment too. Like I have stereo
Mhm.
speakers, Sony speakers actually in my media room, but I got those because they were cheaper. There's like they're not the most popular by any means, right? Yeah, it's weird that they've transitioned so much with the company,
Yeah, they do
especially
all right. And like besides consoles, their cameras do okay. Like in the industry, like Canon
Yeah.
is usually the top,
yeah,
and then it's like Nikon. And I think Sony does pretty okay.
yeah. Back in the day
Yeah.
though, they were like, if three of us too young to remember this, I think. Like Bravia, it was like nothing better than getting a Sony Bravia TV, like at one point.
I think they also had Trinitron for the earlier
Oh yeah,
picture tube
my
for
brother
the
had a
CRTs and
Trinitron
stuff.
in his room, and because it had the flat screen on it, it wasn't
You guys is
curved.
making up TV names now.
No, it was a Sony Trinitron, man, and that the
I
fucker
know.
was heavy. But back then it was like a 32-inch was a big ass TV.
Yeah. 400 plus pounds for a 32-inch
That was crazy,
TV.
dude. And if you had a two-story house walking that shit up and down the stairs, 36 inches were those things were massive, dude.
Yeah.
And if you had a big screen, it would like have to roll that fucker around, you know. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, it was it was a different world, but they didn't really do well with the transition to newer technology with the all that stuff. Yeah,
Once the world went digital, it was like, oh well,
yep.
they
Oh
got
yeah,
left behind.
we had a large CRT TV back in the day. Like, goodness, it was. I don't know how heavy that thing was, but that was
Oh, when I was a kid, we had a Zenith,
Yeah,
and it was
the console TV with
yeah,
wood paneling and everything,
wood,
a
yeah.
wood
Oh yeah, that's
cabinet.
what mine looked like. It had a wood
Mhm.
panel, black, huge TV. I don't know how big it was, but maybe like 50 inches.
Oh, that's big.
But
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
because these things like ours was probably like a 20 something inch, maybe like a 25 inch was the most common, I think,
yeah,
back then, right? So it
yeah.
was like a
25.
25
Yeah,
inch, and it was like a silver screen on it, right? And in a big wood grain piece of furniture that was 3 times the size of the TV, and it weighed like 1,000 pounds, and the TV would go out. So then when we get a newer TV, you just put it on top of the old TV because you
yep.
had a built-in TV stand. That's
yeah,
what you did.
I remember it was either a 20-inch or another 25-inch, but it was like without the console sitting on top for a while. I'm
Yeah.
like, but hey, nobody wanted to pick up that heavy ass TV, so put another one on it. It makes a perfect TV stand. It's the right height and everything.
IMAX says, remember the widescreen RCA CRT TV that had built-in DirecTV receivers? I don't remember. It had built-in DirecTV receivers? I don't remember that.
Mm.
With my first job, I was when I turned 16, I got a job. There was a store called Service Merchandise, and they had I worked in electronics, so we had this was still the era of obviously CRTs and stuff, and audio department cameras, all that kind of stuff. So I was around a lot of the electronics, but I don't remember any of them that had a built-in DirecTV receiver. I
Mm.
remember selling satellites and receivers and stuff like that. But yeah, that's fucking crazy. I never even heard of that one, man. That's interesting. All right. So CES happened. The LG TV thing happened. It's crazy now to think that in this day and age, all you got to do is download an app and you get access to hundreds of games. And as the cloud, as we've talked about a couple times here, the cloud gaming keeps getting better and better. I think it's gonna be pretty cool. Future. The more that get added is pretty damn awesome. Like I could imagine if all the TVs in my house, for the places where I don't play as much, just being able to open the app, get access to everything, right? And also, I think adding to this will be the game ownership via the cloud as well. Because they just started with 50 of the games that you
Yeah.
own, you can play that way, but they're going to be adding more and more, which they said there's more news coming with that. And they also said more news coming later this year for the Xbox app for those devices also. So I'm curious if it's going to be on just, I think it's probably just going to be on the new LGs, Fuzzy. Do you think there's a chance we get them on the existing lineups?
I would say maybe if it was made in 2024. Like I don't know if it seems weird, but I don't know if the C1s get it. Like
Yeah, which is like
I hope they do,
most popular
but
TV for a while. Oh, CX was, right? Or was it CX? I
yeah,
can't
I
remember.
have the CX, so I hope they do it
Yeah.
for my TV. I have the OLED 77-inch
Was
CX
that
something.
was that 2020 when that popped? The CX
I think so, because
kind of it went around with next gen a little bit, right?
mhm,
it was a
yeah,
C9 and then the CX, if I remember correctly. And C9 was like
yep,
the best TV at the time, and then CX was after, and now it's the C1 or something like that.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping that it's just they look at LG TVs and then it's just available in the LG store or something like that. I don't really know. I haven't tried the Game Pass on the Fire Stick, so I don't know how the controller compatibility stuff works.
Hmm.
If anyone, have you guys tried it on like a native app, kind of like that? Like, do
no,
you
not
just
as
connect
of
the
yet.
Bluetooth controller? Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm just curious how that works, but overall, I feel like it theoretically could be compatible with a lot of different LG TVs, maybe,
I mean,
unless they're just like only new ones.
I do it on my Android tablet, which I think would be kind of, I mean, it's the same thing. I think the TV has to have Bluetooth capability, right? So you'd have to be able to link your Bluetooth controller to it. So if the
Yeah.
TV doesn't have that, then it probably wouldn't be compatible. Um, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure if there's workarounds for that or not. They
Yeah.
obviously have Fire Stick as an option already. They added that last year. Samsung was the first one that they did. Now they also got
Mhm.
LG on board. I think this is going to be a thing where we just see more and more companies and more brands get behind this, because you would think for these companies, okay, well, the competition has access to all these games and stuff. So you would think that was something that they would want also, right? So I see that being something that kind of continues to happen. I don't know what all the work that's involved with it. Maybe there's some kind of capabilities with the TVs that they have to have or something. I'm not sure, but I like where this is going, man, because I envision this future where these kids aren't going to care about consoles in the future and stuff like that. They're just going to be able to turn on a TV, and just like now, you can just go to Netflix or Amazon Prime or Peacock or Paramount Plus or whatever. Hey, there's Xbox. Hey, there's PlayStation. Hey, there's Nintendo or whatever. In the future, it seems pretty crazy that we could just have access to everything that way. Now, I think it's going to be a while before it is super high quality to get people not to care as much about
Mhm.
not having something native. But I'm
Maybe
wondering
they'll
how long
add
it's going to take.
TV download patches, or maybe what they'll do in the future is make it so you could buy like a memory stick for the TV where you could drop your games or something
Oh,
like
like
that. So
natively, and there's some kind of
yeah,
that'd be
that could
crazy.
be interesting. Like because the main problem right now, right, is just latency. But if you add some sort of way to download your games through just having your TV be the console, um, then maybe in the future you could just sell things for your TV, like LG TVs or something like that, like memory sticks for LG. Um, yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
I mean, you
But
can hook external hard drives to, well, I know on my LG, I can hook an external hard drive. Now, I use it as like a cloud thing for digital content and stuff like that, but I know you can save like at least pictures and things, so I could see them
oh yeah,
having that where you could use existing hard drives or something
yeah,
along those lines, or
that'd be
thumb
cool. Like
drive.
maybe they'll say like, hey, if you want to download it natively, like when you open up the Game Pass app, it'll have like an icon for like plugging in a USB drive that it can recognize within the TV. Because I don't know how the Bluetooth works. But if it just somehow recognizes things on your TV, that could be really cool. Um, but if we're headed in this future where I'm also digging, like being able to seamlessly, if I want to play on my LG TV downstairs, then play upstairs, play on my PC, pick it up later on a mobile device or something. That's just such a cool feature, and all of it's like seamlessly through the cloud. Like that's dope.
Yeah. It's just cool to be
That's
able to
really
pick up
dope.
your progress wherever. I
Yep.
I tweeted about this last week or Friday or something. And I was just saying, like, I'm more likely to buy a game if it supports Xbox Anywhere now. Just
Mm.
because like I've been utilizing it. I play my game on my PC, or I'll play the game on my console, or I'll play the game in the cloud on my tablet via the game ownership thing, right? Or the Game Pass, if it's in Game Pass via the cloud that way. And it just adds so much value to my games, right? I want to like tell all the publishers, shake them, like give me this feature on everything, like um because it's awesome. It really just
Yeah.
fucking works, man.
And
Like,
and Razer makes a good point. Like the TV doesn't have a processor to run the games, but I don't know. I didn't even think about that. To be honest with you, but I was thinking more so in like the cloud than somehow mixing the two or something. But I don't
But I
know.
wonder if
It could be cool.
there's a point to where the mobile like processors get to the point where
Like
they're
the
like,
mobile side of it.
yeah, cheaper or something, or more able to like be inside of a TV or something.
Yeah, I
Like
mean,
I'm
if you
talking
could
about the
freaking
future
run,
down the line. I don't
yeah,
know.
yeah,
I remember when
okay,
smart TVs first existed, how slow and clunky they were to navigate. But
yeah.
now
But
it's
you press
like,
a menu, it lags.
yeah, now it's so easy and smooth, and like they've definitely gotten better. So we'll see, man. It's gonna be interesting to see what the future holds. But CES is the place to see a lot of that. Uh, Something else that got announced at CES, which was kind of weird, in a way, because it was like, and I think Tom Warren mentioned this, and some other had mentioned this also. But Matt Booty made an appearance today,
Hmm.
um, at AMD's stream that they had, and he mentioned that FSR 4. Um, it's funny that Xbox is announcing a RDNA 4 feature coming to Xbox games before um, PlayStation, which supposedly had RDNA 4 in the Pro, according to some out there, right? Anyway, I'm not saying that obviously this doesn't have anything to do with that, but that was the side that people found confusing because they were expecting AMD to announce RDNA 4 and their next GPUs and stuff, right? But instead, they just had Matt Booty go up there and say that FSR 4 is coming to Call of Duty. And then there was like nothing from AMD explaining any of that or what it is. The first person to even mention FSR 4, I think, is Matt Booty.
None
Or,
AMD.
so people were a little confused, yeah, because it had to do with AI. Yeah, I get why so serious says it's AI based, and AMD spent a lot of time talking about AI and stuff like that. But it left some confused with it or whatever. But um, it shows the partnership, again with Xbox and AMD is still going strong. I suppose. But yeah,
Yep.
FSR 4. Did either of you have a chance to see anything about this reveal or news?
Um, I've I've seen other people talk about how PlayStation has it. Um, of course.
But yeah, but then Sony had to say, "Hey, the guys that are saying this on our behalf are wrong.
He's
You
just
know, we have
constantly
we
have to.
have 2.x,
Yeah,
whatever that
yeah.
is."
That'll be Mark Cerny's next
Yeah, yeah,
next tweet. Um, no, but I've only seen like snippets of the conversation, but I've missed a lot. So this is like
yeah, yeah. This has happened today. Matt Booty was at CES at AMD's thing, and his announcement was that FSR 4 is coming to Call of Duty.
yep,
Which
cool.
shouldn't make the
I'll
Call of
check that
Duty
out.
fans excited because all they want to hear about is anti-cheat.
Was he talking about Black Ops 6 or the next Call of Duty? Is kind of were they talking about it in the context of this Call of Duty that just came out, or they're saying in the future, uh,
I don't even
the next?
fucking know, to be honest with you. Do you know,
Yeah.
Fuzz? What?
I think it's supposed to be for Black Ops.
Okay.
Like we'll start to see that as like a selectable thing on at least on the PC side of things, and I guess it'll be like automatically done on the Xbox Series console side of things.
Oh, cool. Well, heck yeah. I'm all for new tech, optimizing tech, all the good things. Um, and I've always been a component like all the stuff in the series console, like they barely have fully had a game that fully embraced all the features in the console. So always
So
down.
part of the interesting stuff with this, like I want to read The Verge and Tom Warren's report here regarding the announcements from AMD today. Okay. So, but the reason I'm bringing it up because I think maybe this potentially has to do somewhat with next gen because AMD is the ones probably working with Xbox for the next console. right? And a lot of the features we're seeing now, especially if the rumors are true about a console coming out next year, would be kind of based around some of this tech. Would I be right to assume that, Fuzz?
To some extent, yeah, but like with this being kind of like software based, the current hardware can see some benefits from it as well with the AI upscaling and stuff like that. But I think it will be more of a standard or a baseline that you'll be able to like notice a lot better on like the next gen hardware. But I think they're too, I wouldn't say too afraid, but it's too early to talk about next hardware. Although I'm curious what Jason Ronald will talk about tomorrow as far as software for the upcoming hardware. But yeah, it gives us some insight on what to expect, especially if they stick with AMD, which it seems like they will, at least for like a set top box. Handheld, all bets are off the table. But we'll see what they do on that. I'm still thinking they go ARM on the handheld and stick with AMD on the standard console.
Right. I'm gonna get into the actual hardware stuff here that they were talked about as well. So, the Verge, this is by Tom Warren, says AMD announces next gen Radeon RX 9070 series GPUs with AI powered FSR4 upscaling. AMD is only previewing its next gen GPUs, RDNA 4 architecture, and FSR4 upscaling at 2025 CES. So it says AMD is previewing its next gen of GPUs at CES today, based on its latest RDNA 4 architecture that includes AI powered Fidelity FX Super Resolution 4. Fuck, that's way too long of a thing. Let me just read that again. AI powered Fidelity FX Super Resolution 4.
Yeah,
This is why we have
they're
so many
definitely,
acronyms, I guess.
yeah.
FSR4 upscaling. The Radeon RX 9070 XT and Radeon RX 9070 will both be available in Q1 from a variety of video card manufacturers. But AMD isn't detailing specifications, pricing, or exact release dates just yet. The announcement is light on concrete information. AMD says it has built this architecture from the ground up and that the GPUs built on RDNA 4 will include a significant boost in AI. AMD has optimized the compute units in RDNA 4, improved its ray tracing engine and performance, and upgraded its media encoding quality. Built on a 4 nanometer process, the RX 9070 XT and RX 9070 cards will include AMD's second generation AI accelerators, third generation ray tracing accelerators, and second generation Radiance display engine. This RDNA 4 architecture will also enable AMD to launch FSR4 with these 9000 series GPUs. FSR4 is a machine learning powered update to AMD's upscaling and frame generation technology that's been developed specifically for RDNA 4 and its dedicated AI accelerator hardware. That means you'll only be able to get FSR4 with the Radeon RX 9070 series graphics card right now. Well, how are they bringing that shit to Call of Duty? I guess you got to have an RX 9070 series graphics card to put it in Call of Duty.
But like, why would he bring it up unless it's not going in the Xbox versions of a game? That's Matt Booty who brought it up.
Because Xbox, everything's an Xbox, bro.
Oh yeah, right. Everything's
What do you mean? But the reason I was bringing this up because like maybe this could have something to do with the next generation of consoles as well, right?
Right.
Being more PC like and all that other kind of stuff, right? I'm not saying it's gonna have a 90s fucking 70 in it, which would be probably really expensive. But they make custom stuff, and maybe it'll fall somewhere with some of these features in it for the console PC hybrid thing or whatever they're doing next gen. and it'll be supported in games with FSR 3.1 already integrated. Matt Booty, president of game content and studios at Microsoft, appeared on stage at AMD's CES keynote earlier today to confirm FSR 4 will be available in Call of Duty Black Ops 6 later this year.
Oh,
See,
yeah.
this is what I don't understand.
This year.
Yeah, okay, so let me read this again. So are the 9070 cards launching this year?
Probably.
I
Okay.
think that was a confirmation on that, right?
I don't know, because it said that we're just previewing them. Pricing and release dates aren't available yet. But then Matt Booty says they're having it later this year for Call of Duty. And it'll be supported in games, and it says you'll only be able to get FSR 4 with a Radeon RX 9070 series graphics card right now, and it'll be supported in games with FSR 3.1 already integrated.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. It's somebody way smarter would have to explain a lot of this to me. AMD hasn't hinted at how FSR 4 will compare to NVIDIA's DLSS technology or what type of performance uplift or image quality improvement we should expect to see with this next generation of FSR. So I think that's the part where there's they felt like it was missing, you know?
Yeah, maybe I'm just misreading, but I mean, it just sounds like every AMD card that is 3.1 it will just get FSR 4.
But it says only the
just
RX
going forward.
9070 cards.
But then they kind of contradict
I
themselves and
know.
say
Like I don't know. I don't get
3.1.
it.
So I'm just guessing if you have if your card has the ability to have 3.1 AI whatever, then it can have FSR 4. That's what it sounds like.
Right. Prince Green said they just showed Virtua Fighter 6 at the NVIDIA showcase.
Ooh, maybe we should put that in the tidbits so we can see it.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, that'd be cool. I'm excited to see that. Well, Razer Ultron says they're expected to release in the spring. Okay. Well, that makes more sense then.
Oh, okay.
Right. Starting the pieces are falling in line. Okay. So it's also not clear exactly what performance the RX 9070 series of GPUs will deliver against the competition, but in a branding slide for RDNA 4, AMD appears to suggest the 9070 series will offer similar performance to the NVIDIA GeForce RTX 4070 Ti and RTX 4070 Super. NVIDIA is expected to announce its RTX 50 series GPUs later today.
Okay. And like why so serious said like that's what I'm saying like does the series consoles have AI chips?
That's rumored that the next consoles are going to have AI.
The next consoles would. I mean, series consoles has machine learning.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it has.
I don't think it has like AI chips and stuff. No,
not that I know.
AI
No.
chips.
There's machine learning, which is kind of close-ish, but no, not really.
So AMD Fidelity FX Super Resolution 4 ML powered upscaling developed for RDNA 4 high quality 4K upscaling, high performance with FSR plus FG, low latency with AMD anti-lag 2. It says AMD is also adding new AI powered features to its Adrenaline software. These include the ability to generate images with AI models, summarize local documents, and ask an AMD chatbot questions about graphics settings and more. If you're wondering why AMD has jumped from the Radeon 7000 series straight to 9000 series GPUs, the answer is marketing. No,
yep.
That's not what he said.
Usually
that's what I say. The company says it will use the 8000 series branding for RDNA 3.5 mobile GPUs.
The names of graphics cards are so annoying to me.
Yeah.
Like, I wish it was just like AMD number 4, you know, or 4X and this.
What's interesting to me is they went with 9070, and they're saying like it compares to NVIDIA's like 4070. I think they're trying to get in line with like NVIDIA's like numbers scale at the end to make it more people have a better reference point. Like I have a 7900 XT, right? Pong has a 7900 XTX, but like I think the other one's like a 7800, right?
Mhm.
And then a 7700. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how it works because I'm not too familiar with all of the series of GPUs. But yeah, I think they're
Yeah.
trying to get the 70 thing, so then they'll have like a maybe they'll have like a 80 and a 90 later after the
Probably
70
for
series comes
comparison
out. Yeah,
sake.
Yeah,
Like,
better head-to-head comparisons on like Gamers Nexus and stuff. So yeah, it'll make it easier for consumers to be like, all right, it's on par with this versus one of the Nvidia cards and stuff.
right. So some of these features I'm thinking are probably going to be in the next generation consoles, right? Because it's about this stuff is launching this year, right? The next year will come out with potentially a new Xbox or new devices, new hardware, and I think you're going to see a lot of this stuff being pushed or talked about, especially with the AI stuff, right? And that's going to be the unique thing I think for their 9070 series, and that's also what's been rumored that even Xbox has talked about AI is going to change gaming on the hardware levels and all these other kind of things. So I assume that there's going to be some kind of hybrid custom thing made for the next console by AMD, as well as probably some other kind of thing. Some people are talking about ARM, which I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
Like so. Some people are saying there's going to be two in there. Like I don't understand how it all works. Anyway, um,
I don't know.
but
But historically, Microsoft has worked closely with AMD to put the latest features of what's in cards as much as they
yeah,
like
it happened
features like
this gen.
FSR, try and put it
Mhm.
in the next gen of consoles. So it is like cool for Matt Booty to say that on stage because it probably indicates that they are thinking about it for the consoles. Like it kind of gives us a look at what the consoles
Yeah,
could be, what features they are looking for in the next generation of consoles.
and to
So
your point, when he's up there saying it'll come to Black Ops 6, I expect when the next console comes out, it'll be there for that as
yeah,
well, right? So yeah, it might for this year, later this year, it'll be only the benefits on the PC games that end up getting it, right?
Mhm.
But you can already kind of like, yeah, if the PC's getting it this year, when the next consoles come out, we'll probably get it there then. But they also didn't really go into all the benefits of FSR4 or really show it, right? Compared to like when Nvidia shows stuff, they like, look at Cyberpunk. It's melting your fucking eyeballs, This is only possible because of this. And it's like everybody's like,
Yeah.
"Holy shit, is this real?" Like, "Oh my god, I got to get this." AMD's like, "Trust us." you know?
yeah.
Um,
Nvidia's marketing is definitely more promotional, more showy than
yeah,
AMD.
well, I
AMD's like,
mean,
please buy our cards,
they make good stuff though. I like it. I have AMD stuff in my PC. Like,
Yeah,
I don't have issues. My games run great. They look great. So I'm happy with it, and it's not as expensive as the Nvidia series. Also, so there's a
that too.
key
Yeah.
thing to that. I think ray tracing is something they're trying to make some strides on to catch up there a little bit. And but there's a chance, we'll see AMD make even a bigger push this next gen, and especially as these Nvidia cards keep getting crazy expensive.
Yeah, I
Um,
have a
Yeah.
3090.
It's like a new car down payment to get one these days.
yeah, we're gonna be fucking having to make car payments to fucking play PC games. You want the latest and greatest, man. Like it's crazy, crazy. Uh, two $3,000 and shit for cards and stuff. Yeah,
Yeah,
Nah,
ridiculous.
not going to do it. I'm hoping I win that contest. I entered that get great cards or something, whatever the thing that Nvidia is pushing right now. Like I probably entered like 20 of their posts. It's like
Eventually,
best of
I'll
luck,
win that.
everybody, because Yeah, I'm not spending $3,000 on a video card. Like I rather spend $3,000 and have a whole PC built from the ground up kind of thing than just spend it on one part of the
One card, yeah.
upgrade. Yeah.
So I am gonna upgrade at some point. Mostly because it's mostly work related. Like I don't really game a lot on my PC, but to just so I could render stuff faster. Yeah, it's always good to have like the latest card for that stuff. But I've been happy with my 3090. But I think just to be greedy, I might get whatever is the latest video card at some point. Just got to sell my arm. That should be
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, so a lot of people weren't really happy with AMD's showing today because like they were expecting to see more from the series, the 9000 series cards, right? But they didn't really show too much. But overall, I think we got a glimpse, right? And this tells me if they didn't have a lot here, they were waiting maybe on Nvidia, and then we're gonna have their own thing again later at some point where they're gonna go deeper into this stuff. But this leads me into the other rumor that happened today. Now, this is from somebody I wasn't really familiar with, but it started spreading around Twitter this morning, and it's from it calls himself a leaker. I'm trying to find the name again. Specifically on Call of Duty stuff.
Oh,
But this was regarding next generation consoles. Where is it? It was in this DM, I think, earlier today.
I have not heard of this.
Okay, here we go. Yeah, the creator's called Ghost of Hope on Twitter. And he said, take this with a huge grain of salt. Now, Ghost of Hope is Call of Duty player / leaker, right? But a lot of people ran with this. I don't know if he has a good track record or not. I don't know. But Insider Gaming ran with it, okay? A lot of other people ran with this. So I'm just covering what the rumor is. Now, the rumor is not too far-fetched except for one aspect. The main gist of the rumor is that the next-gen console for Xbox is actually happening next year, right? Which many of us have speculated on for a long time now, that next year, 2026, will be the year that we get new Xbox hardware. It'll be some kind of a hybrid thing. We don't really know exactly what, but there's been a lot of smoke around this.
Yeah, that was our original guesstimate.
Yeah.
But then some people are like, no, it's way further. Like, oh,
Yeah,
shit.
I think so. Actually, on this show, like I think maybe it was like Pong and Fuzzy and stuff. Were like, this was way back when we were starting to talk about the possibilities of mid-gen refreshes and stuff. When the PS5 Pro got announced, but way before it ever came out, I remember you guys saying like, I think Xbox goes sooner. Maybe they don't do a mid-gen refresh. Maybe they're actually going 2026 with the next-gen console. And it was just speculation from us back then. You know what I mean? But then stuff started coming out about the whole Xbox hybrid thing. A lot of people saying they are actually going to do 2026 and stuff. And that speculation that we had early on, that was just speculation at the time because we were way ahead on that, ends up turning into rumors from legitimate, people within the circles that know things, right? So some are saying it's still 2027, right? Some are pretty dead set on that, but more keeps coming out, that more smoke about 2026, right?
Yep.
So I'm going to read this. This is from Insider Gaming. A new rumor says Xbox's next-gen console is a 2026 release and called, this is the part I think is fetched. This is what leads me to not believe it, Xbox Prime. Now, many love this name.
Right.
They think it's a cool ass name, Xbox Prime, right?
Right.
I think it's a
Like,
cool name too, but I'll go into why I think there's absolutely no fucking chance in hell they have a console called Xbox Prime. Okay, I'll get into that, but
Okay.
I think it's a badass name. I just don't think it's it
It's
doesn't
actually
make
pretty cool.
Yeah, but they
Something
won't
like
do it. There's no fucking way they'll do it. I'll take that out.
Amazon might be knocking on their door.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like the 100, like we'll get into that in a minute, right? But this says the news comes from X account, the Ghost of Hope, who has a history of posting primarily Call of Duty leaks. According to Hope, he says that he's heard the next Xbox console is still coming in 2026 and will be called Xbox Prime. Now it's possible it could be a code name, also, right? They could just
Oh
have
yeah.
like Prime, in their like Project Prime or something.
It was
And
like
they could
Nathan. Wasn't there one like Nathan that was like the Connect or something? Or wasn't it like
Natal. That was Project Natal.
oh Natal?
Yeah.
Okay.
And they had
Um,
Scarlet for the series consoles, but the individual
Scorpio.
names was it Anaconda and Lockhart, I think.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Series S was Lockhart, Anaconda for the Series X.
1X was Scorpio.
Yeah.
They even had a Scorpio edition. Xbox, if you were day one
Oh yeah.
on it, you got the Scorpio edition.
Mhm.
That was
People
I
like
had
that
that.
name.
And I had the it said it on the controller too. It said like Project Scorpio.
Yeah.
That was really cool. Too bad it got fucking stick
drift.
drift like all my other controllers. Anyway. He continues to say that it's unclear if the console's name is the code name or not, and that Infinity Ward's next Call of Duty title, presumably Modern Warfare 4, will be a day one release. Hope later continues that the Xbox Next Gen release is pretty much an open secret within the industry. If the rumor proves to be true, it could suggest that we could be hearing about the next generation Xbox sooner rather than later, possibly by the end of the year, which is something we talked about a little bit last week. As for whether the rumor is true, Hope has had a history of posting Call of Duty leaks and is known to have sources within Activision and Call of Duty development teams. And with the company now owned by Microsoft, it's entirely plausible that he's been given the information from a developer working on a next-gen version of Call of Duty 2026. As Hope points out, hopefully the rumor leads to others with knowledge of the console speaking out to other leakers or journalists to confirm or deny the rumors. As of September 2024, the Xbox Series S and X has sold 29.64 million units, half of that of the PlayStation 5, 60 million. What do you think of a next-gen Xbox console releasing in 2026? Blah, 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 blah. Okay. So, first off, let's get to the name, which is the part that, like, okay, I could see a code name.
Well, I'll first say I'm usually skeptical of people like rumor peoples.
Uh-huh.
There's only a few out there I trust. But for some reason I believe them. Now you may continue.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad you
Yeah,
believe
that
it.
was it.
Yeah, it
That
doesn't
was it.
seem like he's like, going too
It seems
hard or
plausible.
whatever. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
like it's not like he's trying to make his name on this or whatever, right? It's just like, hey, I heard this, like it's pretty much a open secret, for a lot of people, which is like, there's been a lot of speculation going around. It's been that this stuff has been crawling around the behind the scenes of the podcasting world, and everybody's talking about,
Yeah, that's
yeah, I think it's happening. I think it's happening. I think it's happening. Right. Okay. So that part, I believe, it just fits in with what we've all been thinking anyway. Right.
Yep.
That we're getting a next gen Xbox possibly as crazy as it seems, next year. The Xbox Prime, that's not gonna happen. It's a cool ass name. I like it, right?
Yeah.
But you got to think about branding and marketing when it comes to just everyday customers and people, right? Prime has way too much of a familiarity in the mind of consumers with Amazon, right? If you just mention Prime, people automatically think about their Amazon Prime subscriptions. Like it's just, and that goes for.
What if you said Series Prime?
Well, I mean, fine, but
Xbox Series Prime.
it's just it's too synonymous with Amazon.
Yeah.
Prime is. It's just too synonymous with Amazon. If you were to tell like just a random person doesn't know much about gaming, hey, the Xbox Prime, they'll be like, oh, does it come with Amazon? Like it's like, what does that even mean? Does it come with Amazon? I don't know. It's just like the affiliation. It's synonymous with Amazon too much It's their number one big subscription thing that they have. It drives a lot of their business. They do gaming perks off of it. Like they do a lot of different things off of it. They have stuff with
What if they
Twitch
match
that you
Game
do for
Pass
Prime.
subscriptions with Prime subscriptions? And then bam, there you go.
Right. So like I think just because of how synonymous the word Prime is with Amazon, which is another giant tech company that makes consumer products plus also is in the gaming business as well. I don't think there's a chance that that is going to be the name. Like I said, I could be wrong. It's a cool name. They could lean into it. Well, it's not. It's hardware. You know, it's not a. It's not a service. So so maybe, but I don't. I don't think so. Right. Um. So I think it'll be something else. But could it be a code name? Yeah, it could absolutely be a code name. Could be a code name like Prime. They could be like doing something like, hey, it's like a prime number. It's never ending. Like the way they think about stuff. Um. So yeah, I want to. We did that. We did Xbox rumors fact or faked on Friday, right?
Mhm.
So do we think the rumor is fact or fake, Fuzzy Belvedere?
I I'm leaning more that it's fact. Um, I don't know if like what the name will wind up being when it releases, but I agree. Yeah, there's no way it releases with the name Prime, considering Amazon, unless somehow they have some sort of gaming partnership beyond what they have currently for some of the Amazon Studio games on the console. But be pretty cool if this is the bigger box kind of to replace the Series X, and it winds up blurring the lines of PC and console to the point where you can't tell the difference. Like, oh, let me load up my Steam library, let me load up my Xbox library on the same device, and not have to switch modes or anything. It'd be like a seamless thing. It's like, oh, check your well, I guess your inventory or your library on the console or your library on the cloud or whatever, and hey, all of my Steam games, all of my Epic games, all of my Xbox games are on this device. And hey, it's coming out in 2026 hopefully, probably holiday of 26, but we'll see when we get that announcement. Maybe they talk about it at the June showcase this year, or show it off at the Keeleys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be good. Well,
What about you? 3-bit fact or fake?
um, like I said, I believe him. I think it's the stuff we kind of just been speculating on, anyways. Like we was thinking Xbox would want to go first and kind of get a head start, especially if you think about it strategically. It works in their favor to have their console release in 26, especially with GTA around the corner. You could use that in your marketing, be like, hey, you could play GTA on the latest console, from Xbox. I feel like it could work in their favor. um yeah, yeah, I'm leaning more towards fact. Now Prime. I mean, we've heard a couple jokes in the chat already. People said Xbox Prime McRib.
Yeah, we'll get to super chat. You want to read the super
Yeah.
chat from Brett Bingham? $2.
Yeah, sure.
Xbox Prime Rib.
Yeah, Prime Rib. I've seen some Prime S, Prime X, stuff like that. It's probably a code name. But it doesn't feel so. You had like Scarlet, right? You had Scorpio. Does this feel like a code name to you guys? Does Prime? It just feels like
It
compared to
it could be
those.
like it could be because like if they were referencing like prime number, you know what I mean? That would be like a techie thing to do. Like
Yeah.
AI and machine learning. Like the
Okay.
number's
So
never
maybe.
ending. Like it's continuous for forever. That's the power of this thing. I don't know. Like it,
Outside of the original Xbox, I've never liked their console names. It's actually crazy. I didn't think about it till now. I didn't like Xbox
Well,
One.
that would
I
be
thought that was a weird
pie.
name. Pie.
Yeah, that'd be pie.
Okay.
I was describing pie, but
I'm
not
thinking about it.
prime. Yeah,
Prime. Yeah.
I don't know.
Because you think about the
Yeah,
number.
pie would be a better code name. How about
Yeah.
name it Xbox Pie?
Xbox pie.
Xbox
What kind
Pie.
of pie are we talking? Are we talking about an apple pie?
I'm not a
Or I guess
big.
it's Amazon pie. Or I guess.
What's your favorite kind of pie?
I like apple pie. Yeah.
What about you,
It's the best
Fuzz?
pie.
Sweet potato pie or apple pie is good too. Just depends on the time of year.
Yeah.
I like ice
So,
cream pie.
ice cream
Mm.
pie.
Yeah, I don't like pie, so it actually has to be ice cream with graham crackers underneath it for me to like it. Yeah, like I don't,
I guess it is.
if it's gooey fruit inside of fucking pie, no, I ain't doing the hot gooey fucking fruit.
But it has to be the right amount. Because I agree with you. But if it's like an apple pie and it's like really crusty, but just a little bit, little stuff in it, then it's really good. It's really good. But yeah, I agree with you with the prime name. I don't know about a code name. I guess it's a code name. So if this is the code name, then I'm guessing the actual name of the console, if they're gonna make it a handheld, they would want to keep series in the title because I haven't liked their other titles. Like Xbox One was confusing marketing wise because like, oh, this is the first Xbox, let me buy it. Like, and then you had the Series X and S, and that was confusing for people. Um, it's not confusing for us because we're gamers, whatever. But I mean, if the series is what people are looking up already, then I would stick with the next one, like Series Go or something like that.
Yeah.
If it's a marketing thing. So I would hope they just go with that. But the whole thing with Series Go, it implies that this might be a weaker console. Like it's like, oh, this is the Go version of it. So they're probably just figuring some stuff out marketing wise for whatever this is. Because I know they want to market this as also a very powerful next gen console. And when you do something like Series Go, it implies like, oh, this is the lesser version of the Xbox. It's like the go on the go version. So this is stuff they have to figure out. Not luckily, I don't have to figure it out, but it's gonna be cool, whatever it is.
Yeah. I'm starting to think of names for the console that all have to do with food now.
Someone said Xbox Supreme. Every time I think of Prime, I just think of Optimus Prime now.
Xbox Supreme would be
Yeah.
all right. I wouldn't mind that. But you could reference that back to food, like Supreme Pizza,
There's also
which is
Supreme
also a pie.
T-shirts. Supreme
Clothing.
pie.
Put a Supreme sticker on it.
How about Xbox?
Raise the price $500.
How about we call it Xbox Cake? Because I like cake.
You like cake more than pie?
Yeah, for sure.
Think about pizza is a pie. Just think about that.
Pizza. Yeah, I
I'm
know.
just saying.
I like pizza
Pizza is a pie. Yeah.
Mhm.
So do you still? Is that still your answer?
I'll eat savory pie, not like dessert pie, unless it's ice cream pie. Like if it's like
If you're adding pizza pie to the equation, is
like chicken pot pie, I'll
cake.
eat a chicken pot pie. I'll eat pizza
Yeah.
pie.
But what about banana
Yeah.
cream pie? That's
No.
like the frozen type.
Well,
Like that one is pretty much ice cream.
like, well, I better eat it right out of the fucking freezer, bro. That shit, if it starts getting too creamy, room temp, oh no, I can't do it. A gag, can't do it.
So
Bro.
pie is better. Pie is better.
So Xbox cake.
Xbox cake.
Yeah.
What kind of cake?
It's
I guess
Microsoft.
Xbox
They'll
cake.
be like Xbox donut.
So we should come up with the code names.
We could like
It brings questions.
name it after like body parts.
Like Xbox elbow,
Xbox cheeks.
X cheeks.
I don't know. What do you guys think for the name? Chat. What do you guys think for the name?
It's an Xbox. Everything is an Xbox. So
I still like Xbox Series Go for the portable one, but for like the replacement for the Series X and S, I say just Series 2 or Series X2 or no. Series XL. Something.
Series
They'll
XL, yeah.
they gotta figure that out. That's where PlayStation will never have that problem, Buzz, because they're just like, what's the next PlayStation called? 6. You know,
Yeah.
they just eliminate any mystery element there. It's like it's boring, but it's like no, that's good marketing at the end of the day.
What if they call
And
it
I think
Xbox 5?
Nintendo-
Is it the fifth
It-
gen?
Yeah,
Is it
it would be, yeah, because of
Xbox
Xbox
360,
1
Xbox
series.
One, Series?
Yeah.
Yeah, oh
The
shoot.
Xbox 5. But then people would be like, "Oh, well, it competes with the PS5."
That's interesting.
If they're
Well, they could just pull a AMD
Xbox
and just call it an Xbox 6.
yeah,
true. But
They
Xbox
skip
V
straight
or
to
something
6.
is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Like the 5 and the marketing could be kind of cool.
Goat Simulator did it. They skipped 2 to go right to 3.
True. Yeah.
Xbox
A lot of people
6.
say Mac in chat said Xbox blew their chance when they could have gone to the 720. That's what I thought they were gonna do. I remember that
Colors.
those
We could
times.
do a color like Xbox blue. Xbox
Blue.
Xbox green. No.
Phil's watching this. He's just like,
Yeah, don't hire
Yeah,
us.
let's cross that one off.
Yeah.
he's like, oh.
I liked Xbox Supreme. That's not bad.
I do. I'm starting to like Prime though. It's one of those annoying things that it's not going to be called that, but
What if they play on the name of it being a hybrid? Xbox Twist.
twist, pop it,
Bop it. Twist it. Pull it. Bop it.
What's a good hybrid name? Now I'm just thinking about cars.
Xbox
I don't know.
AI. Okay, let's hold on. Xbox. This is what they should name it. Xbox powered by AI powered Fidelity FX Super Resolution 4.
There we go. I feel like that's the one.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one.
There was one name that I was thinking a long time ago for like the standard console, the next box.
Yeah.
Capital N,
Next.
lowercase e, capital X, and then box. And then it's the next Xbox and a play on words or the sound. It plays any Xbox game, any Xbox game.
I like it.
So
Could be
next
cool.
box.
Yeah. Why is it called Xbox again?
DirectX.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
box.
DirectX. Okay, I remember there was a reason. I just couldn't.
How about Xbox Fun Speculation so I can sue them and make a ton of money?
Yeah, there you go. Thinking ahead.
Actually,
People
that would
said
back
Xbox
because they'd
X
probably
One.
just counter sue because you have podcasts called Xbox Ultimate.
Yeah, they were like, you'd be like, oh, sorry.
Damn it, you got me there. Lotus Esprit with the
Fusion.
5 gifteds. Yo, choo choo, motherfuckers! Shout out to Lotus Esprit. Appreciate you so much.
Choo choo, choo choo.
All right. Shout out to you. Appreciate it. Brett Bingham with the $2 super chat earlier also said Xbox Series E. SEX sells. Yeah, I remember thinking like, oh, if they did a mid-gen refresh calling it an E, because they've had an E before. Remember the 360 E?
No, I don't.
That was the last 360 they came out with. That was like smaller.
Those were like I had the RTD2 one. That was awesome.
Yeah.
360 had like awesome covers.
Still the best looking console ever is
Yeah.
the three. I have one down there. The black
And the
one.
Halo, I had the
that
Halo
was-
4 one. That looks so good, so good.
Man, we'll see. We'll see. What it turns out to be true at the end of the day. Flexbox, Flexbox, X Circle.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah, we
that.
got X
We got
Circle, we got
Xbox,
Xbox Prius,
Xbox Big Mac,
Yeah.
Xbox crossover. Okay.
Fusion. I really like Spartan 661's Fusion. That's
Xbox
pretty cool.
Fusion. Yeah, sounds
Mm.
sounds pretty
Could be
good.
cool. Yeah.
But just Xbox X.
Xbox.
That's probably what
X.
they'll do. It'll be something like, "Hey, it's not the Series X. It's not the One X. It's just the X.
Because everything's an Xbox.
It's
So
an
it's just-
X.
Xbox the Spark.
It's not even an Xbox. It's just an X."
Yeah, we're taking the box out of it because the box is no longer there.
Oh, your life
Yeah.
multiplied. X.
Like square root.
Yeah, just X. And then Elon Musk is just gonna sue them because he's like, "Hey, that's my thing." So we'll see. Yes.
I like it. X. Oh, if they name it like X Copilot, I'm gonna be so fucking like. If they name it Xbox
I just hope
it's a
good
Copilot,
name.
Yeah.
I was trying to look to see what would be a good synonym for Copilot. It doesn't get any better. It's like
No,
you
that's
got
it.
skipper, captain, airman, just regular pilot, flyer, barnstormer, ace. Ace is about the best
Barnstormer.
one out
Xbox
of it.
Ace would be pretty cool.
Ace is cool.
Xbox Ace. And then
That's
we
a
could
good
get a mid-gen refresh Xbox Deuces.
Wait, but did you say Barnstormer? Was that one?
Yeah.
Barnstormer.
Oh my God.
If they name it the Barnstormer, it's gonna sell out real quick.
Yeah. I would buy
Comes
that.
with
immediately.
it includes a copy of Wolfenstein or something. It sounds like that would fit better.
Yeah. Xbox Crimson, Xbox Max.
Crimson. Oh, I like Crimson. Crimson's cool.
Yeah, I like colors. You know, colors would be cool with it.
Yeah, I agree.
All right.
And wait, last thing before we move off
yeah.
of this name craziness, wasn't it rumored that the controller thing was real as well? Like I remember seeing rumors about that a couple
Yeah,
days ago.
supposedly
Maybe.
that's
Yeah.
legit. Yeah, the
Haptic.
controller.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like what was the feature? Like you lift it up and then it
has-
turns on or
It
something.
has pants.
Oh yeah, it did look like it had pants. Like didn't it look weird?
Well, I mean, that's really like it just has like better haptics or something.
Yep.
With the
Mhm.
with the pants. That's what the description that I read about it is like. That's why they're needed, is because
Yeah.
of the happiness that goes on in the pants. I don't.
All,
I
all
don't
that
know.
vibrating's got to be somewhere, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Apparently
like
in the pants.
Vibrates in the pants.
supposedly it does more feely things. I don't know. I think the controller's
More
fine
haptics.
now. All I care about is if they fix the stick drift.
Yeah.
That's usually the problem.
Jasper says Xbox Series XU to make it like the Wii U. Yeah.
That did so
Xbox Zero, Xbox Apex, Xbox
Mhm.
Maverick. I like that one.
well. Yeah, that's pretty
Xbox
cool.
Maverick, Xbox Mav for short.
Are you gonna sue them for that one?
Maybe,
Yeah, might do it for that one.
maybe.
Like I could sue you, or just send me 2 or 3 of them for free, and we'll call it even.
What if they named the controller Maverick, or I'm not the controller, the console Maverick? You named the handheld Goose.
Goose.
And
Although,
then the
wait.
controller could be Iceman.
Nah, I'm not feeling that one. I'm not feeling that one. That's not that good. I like the
It
Madden
better
one.
come with Flight Sim as the standard game with the Top Gun expansion.
Oh yeah.
Scorpio says
Scorpio thing.
Xbox
Yeah, go ahead.
Microsoft Entertainment System.
So funny.
XMS for short.
Xmas. Yeah.
Xmas. Xbox. I like foods.
-1.
Also, taco would be great. Xbox taco. Xbox
Yeah.
burrito.
X taco.
Xbox hot dog.
I like
Mm.
tacos. More tacos.
All right, Xbox chili cheese coney. I don't know. Anyway,
Get too long. Anyways.
yeah, too long. All right. So we also this just happened a little bit ago. Nvidia has revealed the prices for 5000 series cards. It's in our DMs. So Nvidia has officially announced the RTX 5000 series. 5070 is $549, and it's equal performance supposedly to the 4090. Although, as Jasper was saying, it doesn't have a lot of VRAM, so he doesn't think it's worth it because of the lack of VRAM. The 5070 Ti is $749, and that one has 16 gigabytes of VRAM. The 5080 is $999 with 16 gigabytes of VRAM, and the 5090 or 5090 is $1999. 2 times performance of the 4090. So that was just dropped, and as well as they had also shown the Virtua Fighter footage, which I'll bring up on stream a little bit later because it looks pretty damn cool. So that just happened, as well as something else happened today, guys.
Oh, we got
We got a PlayStation roadmap drop today.
what?
I
What
know.
Where does it go?
That's surprising.
3 things got announced. 3 things. They dropped 3 announcements from some of their biggest IP today. PlayStation did. Are you hyped?
Well, what
No,
do they do?
because I know where this is going.
I actually don't. I've been off of Twitter.
We got a roadmap for PlayStation finally. After all this time, we got a look at what's really coming.
Concord coming back?
No.
No,
not Concord. Last of Us Part 2 remastered of remake.
No.
Remaster.
Oh, there's another Horizon in there, right? Yeah.
You want to keep guessing? I like your guesses.
I'll do one more. God of War remaster.
No.
No.
What if one more? Yeah, give me a good guess here.
Is Last of Us remake remaster part 1 part 2?
That's going to be announced later this year.
Dang.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Well,
The
what we got?
uncut version, deleted scenes included.
What if they re-release? What they're going to start doing is like, we're re-releasing the original version.
That would be so.
Last of
All
Us
the original pixels.
OG without any edits, taking it back to the way it was when you first experienced it.
They better not. Don't give them
$10 more.
Oh
all
God.
right. No, we got a roadmap. Okay.
Mhm.
What if I told you, 3-bit? We are getting something new from Horizon.
Oh, okay. Like more Lego DLC?
Nope.
Mm-mm.
No.
Mm-mm.
Oh. What else could they? Is it another Horizon? They wouldn't do that, right? That's a lot of work.
It's kind of like
It's a new story.
Well,
yeah.
Well,
okay.
Maybe it is, maybe it isn't, because this is actually Horizon Zero Dawn, the movie. That's one of the 3 announcements, 3-bit. Horizon Zero Dawn, the movie.
a movie.
That's
Hmm.
one of the three.
They should have just made it a musical and been done with it.
I don't
But
know
yeah,
what to think about that. Like the story is okay. Sure. I'll accept it, I guess.
We all just gonna wonder who's gonna play Aloy.
Do we know?
But I gotta go find the most monotone, boring actress they could possibly find. That's got to be very hard. All right, can you just stand there and act boring and dull for us, please?
We'll never
Okay.
know. But the weird thing to me is like they really want this game to be like successful,
Well,
but
I
like
mean, they've
everyone,
sold, they've done well. I personally just have always found it boring, personally. Right?
that's me too. Which is like I guess it's all down to taste. But they have way more exciting IPs than Horizon. I've
Well,
never got how much.
like I said, we have 3
Sure,
announcements.
sure.
Amy,
Okay, that was one.
Amy Schumer, Jesse James as Amy Schumer.
oh god,
Oh god, that would be hilarious. Okay,
that might work.
um,
Like
all
Kristen
right.
Stewart.
So, second announcement.
Okay, I wasn't ready for the first one. I'm ready for this one.
Okay, Helldivers, the movie. This one I'm kind of actually excited for because this is like a Starship Troopers movie, right?
I was about to say I thought the movie was already out with Star
Right. Well, but this is Helldivers, inspired by Starship Troopers, made into a video game, now coming out as a movie.
I'm sensing a pattern here.
This is okay, yeah.
I'm
It's a little bit of a
maybe
pattern.
maybe the third one will surprise me. But
Are you
yeah.
excited for
Okay.
Helldivers the movie?
Actually, yeah.
I'm down for that.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping
Is it like
Horizon actually is a good movie. We'll see.
is there names attached to it? Like do we know like this is the
No,
director?
I don't think they've announced any of that stuff yet. They just said we're doing this.
That's surprising. Even with Borderlands, they were like, Jack Black is going to be in it or something.
Yeah. Well, I think
anyway.
Randy Pitchford couldn't wait to announce that. He's like, I have Hollywood
Oh, yeah.
friends.
Yeah, he was just kind of leaking it.
He's like,
Okay.
I
So this
just
is their
met Kevin
road-
Hart and Jack Black. Oh my god, Kate Blanchett's gonna be on board.
Like we didn't announce that yet.
Yeah.
So I'm sensing a pattern here. But okay, you got one more. Go for it. I'll hold my thoughts.
All right, the third one.
Yep.
Ghost of Tsushima Legends, the animated anime series.
I mean, cool.
Coming to Crunchyroll.
Is okay, let's rewind before. So Horizon, sure. Like I don't personally like the game. I think it's boring as heck every single time I try to play it. Maybe a movie version can condense that better somehow into a more of a coherent thing that people will be interested in. Because I'm not interested in playing it. It's super pretty.
Yeah. I
That's
had the
what
same
a lot
thought.
of people like. Yeah.
Maybe they can get rid of enough to make it more interesting, maybe be more palatable for me as a movie, you know?
Yeah, because it's not palatable for me as a game. And I feel like a lot of people like the game because it's so pretty.
It'll do. I think it'll be a successful movie.
So
I
maybe
mean,
as
when
a
I
movie.
say that, I don't like Uncharted. I enjoyed watching the Uncharted movie, like even as a popcorn movie. You know,
Yep.
I'm not like watching like, oh, he's a horrible Nathan Drake. Oh my god, you know, I don't care. I don't give a shit.
No, I had a good time.
But
with that
it's
movie.
a fun movie to watch, like entertaining summer movie type thing, right?
So this
But like, can they? Horizon doesn't have that spirit that Uncharted does. But I'm hoping
No.
somehow they can inflect that into a movie to make it fun. And
It's one of those things where I hope they don't follow the game 100%.
yeah.
I kind of hope they actually don't follow the
Right.
game in this one.
I want to see
Make
fucking
your-
somebody shooting dinosaur robots with bows and arrows. That'd be fun. See how that works out in a movie. How are they gonna make that work?
They
So,
should do a Transformers crossover and have Grimlock in there.
Oh, that'd be cool.
see, I would watch that.
Just
That's a
hide
day
in the
one.
tall grass.
Like,
Hey, Grimlock, hungry.
it's just I don't see Horizon going well. But we'll see. The second one, what was the second one?
Divers.
Helldivers movie.
Helldivers. That has more potential.
Yeah.
They could do some cool things with that and kind of bring back the Star Troopers vibes. I could see cool things with that, but it depends on how they do it. It could also be awful. So it really has to have some good names attached to it. Sony Pictures is the most inconsistent studio for movies. If you watch a lot of their movies, they can have some good movies for sure, but they're also very inconsistent, especially their superhero movies. They're awful.
So, Sucker Punch has said that Aniplex is the ones doing the Ghost of Tsushima Legends.
Oh, nice. Okay, I'll watch it. I like
So
Aniplex.
it'll probably be a good anime. So out of those announcements, that's probably that'll be the most successful.
Yeah, and it's going to be on Crunchyroll in 2027.
Well, it depends. Like that one, it might be most critically successful, but if the other ones are in the movies and that one is like this streaming, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But overall, I think that's hilarious that this is their lineup.
Yeah, that's
Um,
what they shared today.
nothing
Their
on
roadmap
PlayStation.
to Hollywood.
Well, it's also Jasper says they also talked a little bit about the Until Dawn movie.
What?
Yeah,
That's a thing.
I think that one was already announced before,
Oh no.
and
Why?
that's another one. Like I don't understand why there needs to be a movie because the concept of the game is to feel like you're playing a movie in that game
Mhm.
because it's like it's a decision making game that's like your choices matter along the story
That
of
does not need to be a movie.
yeah. I
Maybe
don't
they'll have it where you'll have like a button thing in the theater, and it'll be based off of the audience's decision. That's how it'll shape the movie.
Yeah, we'll have all the theaters install this special shit just for the Until Dawn movie that nobody's gonna go see.
Yeah, that's.
That sounds like a Sony thing, right? I mean, nobody
There
shows up for
are
a game
They
in
used to
beta,
do
and
that.
they're like, "Yeah, just release it."
so I didn't know this stuff. Is any Sony if there's like Sony fans in the chat, I just have questions. Like I have questions for you. Like in terms of roadmaps, like what you're excited for. Like I know there's the Naughty Dog thing. That's what I'm most excited for on the PlayStation side, but in terms of like roadmap, you don't really know what the heck they're doing in terms for the games you're getting. So is it just kind of relying on what Xbox is releasing for your platform now, or like because if I was like a huge Sony fan, I would be like, where is Sly Cooper? When's that coming back? Where is SOCOM? I want that coming back. Are they uh are they kind of remaking God of War? I'm actually kind of interested if they are remaking the original God of Wars, bringing back that gameplay and because I love the original God of Wars. Like I'd be interested to see that remaster. It's old enough, surprising. Like if it's old enough, cool. Then I love remakes. But if it's like 2 years ago, obviously I like why. Um, these are the questions I would be asking if I was like a huge Sony fan. Um, but goodness gracious, it is barren. and I'm like, I'm trying to be very like as realistic. I'm really trying to see from their point of view, but it's like just to be excited as a gamer, a gamer fan of like what the roadmap is looking like. What can I be excited about on said platform? You know, I don't know. Am I crazy in saying this, or like it's just like insane to me? But Mac like brings up a good point. Like Killzone, that's gone now. They just had a lot of amazing IP, and it's just weird to me that they're constantly focusing on Last of Us, Horizon, God of War, and that's like their big three right now. When they have so many amazing other ones, but I don't know it's just feeling barren. But it is cool what Naughty Dog is working on. I'm looking forward to their game. Um, I love Naughty Dog as a studio. Looking forward to that. But wow,
Yeah.
that's
So just to clarify, the Horizon Zero Dawn movie is being made by Columbia Pictures.
oh okay. Okay, so they're making Columbia. So Columbia is pretty much what they did the Spider-Man movies, I believe so, with Tobey Maguire. So they have like that partnership with Columbia Pictures, I guess. And who's making Helldivers?
Play PlayStation Studios.
Oh no.
Or
Okay.
oh, it's a PlayStation Productions. Sorry,
Okay,
PlayStation.
so that's gonna be the bad one, maybe.
So okay, so Ghost of Tsushima Legends is coming from Aniplex.
Yeah,
Um,
and
Hell,
our books. Yeah, their
Hell,
experience.
Helldivers 2 is coming from PlayStation Productions, and Horizon Zero Dawn film adaptation coming from Columbia Pictures and PlayStation Productions.
So what about is Last of Us PlayStation Productions or because that was well done if that
In
is the
the
case.
show,
Yeah.
uh,
Like I don't know
I don't.
what production company the show was. But I know Columbia is just another branch of Sony, but they're kind of different whatever. But Last of Us was well done. If that was Sony Pictures, that gives me a little bit more faith in what they could do if
So
anyone
the
knows.
Uncharted movie was Columbia Pictures and PlayStation Productions.
Okay.
So there is hope for Horizon Zero Dawn.
So I'm wondering if for their big movies of their big tentpole franchises like Uncharted, and things like they're gonna team up with them for their movies,
Yeah.
right? So this would be after Uncharted, then you'll have now you'll have Horizon Zero Dawn.
Are they making more Uncharted movies?
I don't know.
Or was
I
that
enjoyed it. Like, so I wouldn't mind that. And I don't. And I'm joking about PlayStation and doing this. I have no issue with them doing movies and shows and all that. Like, I just think it's interesting that at CES that's what they announced was all the movies and stuff, and they've done like they've had game shows and stuff, and maybe we're getting one this month. The rumors are from people that there's going to be a state of play. I don't know, right? But it's just like we got Intergalactic, that was an announcement, and we got Ghost of Yote as an announcement.
Yep.
But like Intergalactic, they didn't say when, you know. There's no year on it or anything, right? Ghost of
There's a
Yote
lot
is
of
supposed to
leaks
be
on it.
next year. Um
This year.
yeah. So I'm still my mind's still in 2024. Yeah, this year
Wolverine is next year.
Wolverine's supposed to be next year. So I'm assuming Intergalactic would be 2027, maybe. Um
Sounds fair.
but like it just seems like we know more about what they're doing in the movies and stuff than we do with the games. Right? And
Yeah.
if you compare that with Xbox, yeah, we know they have these movies and shows and stuff that they're doing too, right? Um but like we know a shit ton more about all the games that are coming. I don't know. And we'll see what PlayStation does with announcements this year. But
Yeah.
It,
Like I know the
weird, man. Like, I don't know. I think Gran Turismo movie didn't really land. I mean, it was a nice movie, but I don't think it drew more people in to play Gran Turismo.
Yeah.
Now the Last of Us series that definitely got more people to play the game. So that one was a success in what they were hoping for, kind of like the way Fallout was. I don't really see people really hopping into Horizon after a show. I mean, I hope to be wrong, but I don't think it's going to land like they hope. But Ghost of Tsushima, yeah, I think that will. I mean, Ghost of Tsushima is still popular to some extent as far as on PC now. I think an anime will definitely continue pushing sales on it.
I
And
wish
maybe
that
even
was the
help
one that
Ghost
got
of
the
Yotei.
fucking movie.
Yeah.
You could
That
do
would
it
be
like in the
a-
classic samurai style, like a ode to like those classic movies.
Get a
Like,
really good director too. Like that could
Yeah.
be
what
a special.
I kind of feel like it has to do with Japanese culture and samurais and stuff, so we're gonna automatically make it an anime. Like just like make that one the fucking movie. You know that would have got me fucking pumped if we said there's gonna be a Ghost of Tsushima movie. I'd be like, okay, that's a story I really want to fucking see at the theater. You know, and make it serious too. Make it a fucking serious. Get like fucking Ridley Scott or some shit to direct it, right? Or like somebody that's known for like time period movies. You know,
Yeah.
that would have
And
been
whoever
sick.
did Shogun. Oh my gosh, Shogun is amazing.
Yeah, I
Whoever
don't
did
know. I
that.
would have loved to fucking see that, but anyway, it's cool. Yeah, we get different kinds of content for different things. You know, but yeah, let's we'll move on past that. And I'm trying to see if there any other announcement. Oh, there's one more piece of news that came out today.
Yep.
I wanted to go over real quick before we get to tidbits. And that was from recent. So I don't know who originally shared this. I saw it from ACG, so I'll give ACG credit because it's where I saw it. Okay. From recent documents, supposedly Black Ops 3 cost $450 million to make. Now, that's Black Ops 3. We're talking that was how long ago?
That 3 years
A
ago?
while ago.
No, that was wild. That was
Oh, Black. Oh, you're
Black
talking
Ops
about.
3.
I was thinking
Yeah.
Modern Warfare or whatever.
Well, we
Black
just
Ops 3
got
came
Black
out.
Ops 6.
Yeah.
Oh
So
yeah, wow.
before,
I'm
yeah.
behind
Wasn't
on.
3 the beginning of the Xbox One
2015.
generation?
I think maybe. Yeah, I think so.
2015.
So Black Ops 3 cost $450 million to make and sold 43 million copies. Okay. Modern Warfare 2019 cost 640 million to make
Oof.
and sold 41 million copies. Now Black Ops Cold War, which was at the beginning of this gen, right? Cost $700 million and sold 30 million copies. That was from documents. I don't know how old the documents are. Now, 700
Cool.
million times 30, like if you do the math on whatever, even if it was at, some of those are probably sold at 60, some at 70 because they're doing the whole cross-gen bundle thing at that time. So somewhere between 1.8 billion to 2.1 billion dollars made on if they were bought new and not on sale. Call of Duty titles don't go on sale very often, usually until they get older. So you're gonna probably somewhere in the plus all the microtransactions, all the other money they make. You know, Call of Duty prints money, right? But
Yep.
just like thinking, okay, so that was then at the beginning of this generation. Black Ops Cold War cost $700 million.
Yeah, I mean, I was complaining about Spider-Man too. And goodness gracious.
People
But
were
I mean, it
talking
makes
about
more
Halo
sense.
Infinite's 500 million. Remember, everybody was
Yeah,
freaking out
that
about
too.
that. You know,
But I mean, it kind of makes Call of Duty. It makes sense to be a lot just based on the return they get back and what the franchise kind of does each time. So I mean, it's one of those franchises where it's like it's kind of an anomaly to begin with, because of the amount of people that play it. It's always at the top of the chart. It's like guaranteed. A Call of Duty comes out, it'll be at the top of the charts
Yeah.
for until the next Call of Duty comes out.
For the whole year, for sure. And then
For the
it'll
whole
still
year.
be on the charts for a while, and then the next year. That's
Yep.
just
Mhm.
the way it
So
goes, right?
so
Yeah,
yeah.
the following year it sells more copies than some other AAA games. And it's a year old at that point.
I was actually still
Yep.
surprised to see some of the sales like numbers for like Cold War, selling 30 million at the time. Is they were comparing it to older games that had a chance over a long course of time in history to sell even more, right? But 30 million copies, like if for a yearly type release game, it's crazy. I mean, it's just a monster. And this was before they started really putting it on PC, I think, day and date
Okay.
on Steam. So I think the PC community's probably grown for Call of Duty
Yep.
quite a bit. We had obviously, it's still popular on consoles for sure, right? So I'm wondering how much Black Ops
This
6
is
will.
also discounting what people buy with skins and stuff,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
is probably an insane amount. Like you do the game sales, it already makes a profit, and then you put the
Yeah.
skins on top of that.
Do,
Like wow.
do you think it could, yeah, Jasper said GTA 6 must be like 1 billion. I'm wondering how much fucking Call of Duty Black Ops 6 costs to make.
I would say Black Ops 6 was probably either just shy of $1 billion or maybe like 1.1 billion. GTA 6 I think is going to be more than $1 billion. I think by the time it's all said and done, it might be close to 2 billion.
I
Like
mean,
they have to count some of the time that they were, in early development all the way up to now. Like even though most of the stuff was done in like the past
Yeah.
5 years kind of thing, they've been off and on that project for 7+ years or more. So
yeah, Jasper says GTA 6 must be like 1 billion. So it's like GTA 6, I'm thinking it's over. Yeah.
Yeah, it's over $1 billion. Which is
Like 1.5
insane.
maybe. I don't fucking know.
It's
yeah,
probably by the time it comes out, it'll probably be 2. Like right now, it's probably half a billion.
I mean, think about what they're gonna do for marketing, right?
yeah.
I can't wait to see the marketing roll out for GTA 6 to see what kind of crazy stuff they do. Or maybe they're not gonna have to do too much.
Dude, people
know?
panic over potential leaked pictures
Yeah.
on GTA 6. Like, I think a lot of people are underestimating how big GTA 6 is gonna be. Like that's gonna be a beastly game. It's gonna break records for sure. Um, I'm in terms of like what that game is able to do with $1 billion budget is I really want to see. Like, what does $1 billion game look like? Do we know?
Call of Duty
Do we,
Black
do we
Ops
kind of
6
know?
probably.
Yeah, maybe Black Ops 6.
Don't know, man. No, like seriously, it's crazy. We saw some of these crazy budgets get revealed from even other games, like when it was revealed, like I think it was Final Fantasy 16 or something like that. We saw in like leaked documents or something that they had some kind of an astronomical budget for that game too. And we're like, no
Oh,
way. Like I just fucking found it unfucking believable. But now I'm starting to believe some of this shit. And no wonder like they're trying to find ways to like cut cost of development and stuff and because it's just
yeah.
crazy. But also I think a lot of it comes with the expansion where the hiring and the bigger the studios have gotten over the years. Because I mean, really, the budget is for hours of time spent making the games from people and all the salaries and contract workers and everything, right?
Yeah.
Actors, voice
Yeah, that's not just
actors,
development. It's not just
renting out
developers, right?
mocap studios, like it's all these things just balloon licensing. for music and stuff like that. Like, I just imagine like these costs of all this stuff is crazy, man. If Cold War cost 700 million for Cold War, that was the last big Treyarch one before Black Ops 6. So yeah, I don't know. And remember, Black Ops 6 was their first four-year development cycle game for Call of Duty.
Yeah. It's the longest in a while, right?
Yeah.
So I can only imagine, like, if Cold War was 700 million, that's not, is that the same team
Yeah, it's
who
Treyarch.
did Cold War?
Yeah.
Treyarch? Um, yeah, I mean, Black Ops 6, probably even more than that, like 800, almost 9.
And I wonder
I
what
can see.
happens with the budgets, like with the Microsoft acquisition, ABK. Like, I wonder, like, how all that works out.
They probably look at Call of Duty and whatever budget it is, they're like, let's keep that. Like I don't see them buying it and like, hey, let's cut some stuff out. Like Call of Duty is still the top kind of you know game. If you're acquiring it, like, hey, whatever it has to cost, that's what's gonna be.
Yeah.
So I
Anyway,
can see it going up from here.
Yeah.
Like the next
They
Call of
double
Duty, I
their
wouldn't be
money.
surprised. Yep.
Yeah. They double their money. They're going to keep on investing. So
well,
Thank you.
guys, we got one more segment here, and it's called This is Tidbits, a segment where we look ahead at the games releasing for the week. And holy shit, I almost forgot to talk about this. This isn't releasing this week, but as people know, I've been excited for this franchise to come back. We got a surprise announcement last year that Tokyo Extreme Racer was coming back. And so we've been keeping our eyes, I don't know when it's going to come, but to keep our eyes peeled and stuff to the news and everything. And they dropped last night. They dropped some news. Tokyo Extreme Racer is coming to fucking early access on Steam. You would think, okay, well, they just announced it just a few months ago, and it's probably gonna happen like late this year or something. No, this month. This month,
Nice.
Tokyo Extreme Racer is coming. I think it's January 23rd to early access, and it comes with so they plan on early access only being a few months or something also. So like I think the planned actual release is like later this year. I'm not 100% on that. But yeah, I want to make sure I get all this information right. Because I want people to wish list this. So that way
It gets more.
that way we hopefully get a console port at some point.
yeah.
This was from okay.
I don't even know how to do the
You ever heard of Tokyo Extreme Racer 3-bit, or is it before your time?
before my time. I've seen snippets.
It's goes back to the Dreamcast days.
Oh, maybe.
So you would literally race around like the highways of Tokyo, and there would be different cars with like boss names, and you would like flash your lights at them to challenge them, and you would race
cool.
around, and you could keep doing circles around the highways, and you can take different exits and stuff. But it's like
Might have a Dreamcast demo on it.
okay, yeah,
It
it's
sounds familiar.
January 23rd, early access. It's been gone for 18 years. So if you get the early access, then you get the discount. You get the full game when it launches for the early access price. I don't think they've announced the price yet. But it comes with 200 cars. Oh, sorry, 200 rival characters. Sorry, I got that wrong. 200 rival characters already in early access. You got the story up to the halfway point in early access. There's 50 playable cars in early access. 180 kilometers of the Shudo Expressway, including the C1 line. And you can do cartooning and customization and player skill gain in early access. So half the story, 50 playable cars, 200 rivals. And they said that the early access version is expected to last approximately 4 months.
Oh, okay. 4 months for early access.
Yeah,
I guess that's
not.
normal.
Yeah, it's not very long. But yeah, man, I'm fucking pumped. I was not expecting to see January for Tokyo Extreme Racer. Like, get to play this game this month. This is like, this would be like one of your, if like some random franchise that you loved, like from like 20 years ago, you
Oh,
know,
it came
that
back.
you loved, but it was like, it had its own like fan base, but it wasn't like a massively huge fan base. Like, it was like, okay, it was a specific kinds of gamers that love this. And it's like, there's never a chance in hell of it coming back. But it's anytime you do a list of franchises you would want to think about coming back at some point, right? Like, this was
That
always
reminds
one of my
me.
list. You know, like, this is like one of those games that it was just amazing back in the day. Anyway, yeah, I had to bring
Definitely.
that back up because I was shocked as hell. January 23rd. Now it's only on PC,
Heck yeah.
right?
Mhm.
So what I'm hoping is if this game does well, we also get console ports, right? They haven't announced anything about that, but crossing my fingers. Anyway, all right.
Heck yeah.
I almost forgot, but yeah, let's do tidbits. I'm gonna share
I forgot how to
tidbits.
do it.
I'm gonna try and do it from my end here. Um,
Just in case, I have the links as a backup, just in case.
okay. All right, so we got it here.
There you go.
I'm not doing the activity. I'm just doing the okay, and yeah, we're here. All right.
My master, at last your wish has come true.
You guys see it?
Welcome to the Chocolate
Yeah.
Factory Simulator.
It's kind of small.
It's small?
Yeah. It might
Why is
just
it
be
small?
the way it's.
I don't know.
Okay, hold on.
Oh, yeah,
All right.
that
Is this
that's
better?
better. There we go.
Okay, okay. With the positive there. I'm trying to make
Is
it
it
full
small
screen.
for them? It's fine if it's small for us.
No.
Let me see. The video.
See, if I make it full screen over here, it messes up. And it's like, okay. I'm trying. We're doing this on Discord, guys. We've been doing this on a different program for a while. So sorry. This is technical difficulties.
How did we do it before? Wasn't it just
We did the YouTube
The
activity thing,
activity.
but then you
okay.
can't use this playlist, right? You got to make your own. You got to put them all in there separately again.
Oh yeah, that's what I
So
used.
yeah. Does that look okay?
Yeah.
I can't even see it.
I don't know. Can people see this?
Yeah, it's just showing text for them, I think. All right, let me.
No. Oh wait, it's not working for them. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck.
We'll just do the quick YouTube thing.
I'm
Alright.
sorry. Thought that was. Why is that fucking not working? I can't get it to show here. It's that they've paused the preview. Okay.
We'll just do it quickly on the.
Why are they doing
Now
Yeah.
that preview looks like mobile.
that? Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that. It's like full screen, but it should go like.
Yeah, it doesn't work for them.
Yeah, it's not working. Okay, we'll do this. We'll do this other way. I'll stop my stream.
All right.
Do
and
the
then we'll
old-fashioned way.
Do the old way. Sorry, guys.
Let me pause it. Just give me a second.
And one by one.
All right. What? This is the first game. Is Charlie in the Chocolate Factory?
Yeah.
What the heck? Is Charlie game? Charlie game?
Yeah, I'm curious.
That's pretty cool. Like a simulator? Oh, it is. Yeah, it's a simulator.
You just
I would play it.
all right. You have a picture of Matthew McConaughey. Was that showing up on the YouTube, Jay Nunya?
All right.
And the last one.
Let's see. I'm reading chat right here. Yeah, the chat's talking about Red Dead Redemption 2. I can't wait till we get a new Red Dead, but I just reinstalled Red Dead on my PC because I want to play on Red Dead Online on my PC. Because we talked about this the other day a little bit when you mentioned it in the chat, 3-bit, about the no gooder.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I couldn't remember the name of it.
And I was thinking about it, and I was remembering that all that time we were playing, it was on 30 frames, right? On console, because Red Dead Redemption 2's never gotten a next gen update. So I was like, I gotta play it on PC. Now I've played the single player game on PC, it's fucking glorious, right? But I haven't played online on PC. So
yeah, they need to update that game. That's a game I would rebeat just to experience that in 60 frames.
Yeah.
For sure.
All right, let me start. All right, we got the Chocolate Factory Simulator coming to PC this Tuesday for, I believe it's going to be $19.99, but Steam could list it as high as $24.99.
It looks like he's carrying shit.
I don't know if that was supposed to be chocolate or charcoal or...
Yeah, it's some unformed chocolate. I'm not sure if you can crossplay with console players, Jane. Yeah, I would think so, because it's. I mean, you can on GTA, right?
I don't know.
Can you? I don't know.
I think they're separate, but I know console can play. I think console can now be crossplay, but I don't know if PC is allowed to crossplay. I would have to assume they can. All right, this next one is Wise Memoir, The Oath of Volgana, from the PS4, PS5, and Switch this Tuesday for $29.99.
Thank you very much for saving me.
Skipping the Xbox,
If
huh?
you simply minded your own business as I would,
Yeah.
this wouldn't be necessary.
This is one of those franchises that's traditionally ended. PC cannot crossplay on GTA, Jasper said. Oh shit. That sucks.
If you value your life, I suggest you leave at
I hope they
once.
fix that for the next one. And allow mods on console too. That would be cool.
Yeah, I thought you could.
Only if you could pay for them. I think that's why they buy the 5M people or buy that.
Yeah,
that's platform.
that's why I was kind of excited for GTA 6 because there's so many PC features on GTA 5.
A magical town.
That's not in the
Right, this is Craft Fantasy Merchant Simulator. Coming to PC only this Wednesday for $19.99.
Yeah, this week sucks so far.
Yeah.
This is kind of a weak week.
Yeah, it's first kind of week of the year, right?
Yeah.
First full week of the year. Anyway, it's not holidays and stuff.
Even if it means starting from the bottom and scavenging for scraps just to get by. You're flexible. Less
And this is the
flexible
week
than
of the
feeding schedule
simulator,
your
so
pet owl cat.
Okay.
Meow.
This is not a 3-bit game.
You'll be
It may
fine.
look like a 3-bit game, but it is not.
And you might find plenty of folks dropping by your shop.
Hello? To make your acquaintance?
Maybe you could make friends. Or even romance.
Some of these guys seem like super
Choose
bitter.
wisely. What you create and who you create
Like they put me in this fucking game.
consequences.
Mhm.
But first,
God.
grab your tools and get
This
cracking.
reminds me of that Zoo Sony game,
Craft Fantasy Merchant Simulator.
Craft. They ran out of the craft names, now it's just double craft.
Sequel, Craft.
Craft. Not Minecraft.
This next one is Rivnar's Groove, or I'm sorry, Rivnar's Grove, coming to Switch this Wednesday for $4.99.
Have you ever wanted to play a shittier version of Animal Crossing? Well, we've got
This
the
is more
game for you.
Stardew Valley. More Stardew Valley-ish.
Yeah.
Oh
Walk
my
around
God.
your flower beds in a Pac-Man format style.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Definitely seems like a mobile game. Like a
Yeah.
mobile game that came to the Switch.
I can't believe this is Pac-Man. Farm Pac-Man.
Yeah.
I'm
Just gotta watch
actually
for
just
the
intrigued
spike
if there's anything. This is crazy.
Oh, there's warp things in the garden.
Wow.
Really
I have to try that just to see if that's it.
This
I'm really
Okay,
curious.
is a bomb we're building.
This next one is Human Within, coming to PC, VR, or Steam VR, I should say, or MetaQuest 2, 3, or 3S. This Thursday for $17.99. It's currently on pre-order sale, $2 less than retail.
There's no more privacy.
Okay, if there's one genre that I think needs to have increased budgets, it's the FMV genre.
You know that. Holding me and
I
my
love
sister
FMV
hostage isn't gonna
games.
change anything.
FMV games are cool, but like, I think we could see a step up on the
Person I'm looking
acting
for.
quality.
And they have to be willing to put themselves at risk.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, that one game had really good acting. It
Possible
was
to So
from the person who did Her Story. I love his games. I can't remember
maybe that's what we need.
what it was called.
Bingo. Let's get a look at his face.
He did Telling Lies and then he did Immortality. You guys ever played those games?
Yeah, I'm familiar.
My name's Nyla. And I need your help.
So can you only play that in VR?
Yeah.
Dang. Okay.
All right, the last one is Freedom Wars Remastered, coming to PS4, PS5, Switch, and PC this Friday for $39.99.
Yeah, Freedom Wars comes back. Oh, this is Final Night. This is Final
Oh wait,
Night.
no, make that. It should have been Final Night. Should have been the name. Why did I call it Freedom Wars?
Yeah, because I was like, Freedom Wars? Like, that was the one that I remember Pong was really excited about. That we're getting a new Freedom Wars.
Yeah, that one didn't have clarification on the date that it's supposed to release. It said the 9th, but then when you go to like Steam, it's saying the 13th, and it's not even showing up on the stores for PlayStation or Switch right now.
This game looks pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm actually digging. I'm digging the vibes of this game. What was the systems again, Fuzz?
This one is just PS4, PS5, Switch, and PC.
Dang, no Xbox this week.
Final Night. Wow.
And that's it.
Cool.
What a
Man.
week. As Fuzzy said, it's a week.
Yeah. Dang. The only game I was interested in is a VR game,
Yeah.
which I don't have a VR.
What is it,
But that
like 2
last game
weeks
was cool.
away for, was it Tokyo, I was about to say Tokyo Drift, the Midnight Express thing that they have?
Tokyo Extreme Racer. That's
Yeah.
January 23rd. Yeah.
Okay.
So 17 days. That's hitting Steam or early access.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to see if there was a price revealed for it. I'm not sure if there was yet, but you get a discount if you do the early access on it.
Mhm.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to checking it out. I'll definitely be playing that game. I'll be streaming that game and stuff too, guys. So
Heck yeah.
it's one of those like nostalgia things for me, right? So looking forward to that. But yeah, everyone, it was fun here hanging out on the show. Appreciate every single person that's been here in the chat for this is our first FSP of 2025. We've had Xbox Ultimate, we've had a PM in the PM, we've had all that stuff. This is the first FSP. So thank you for being here tonight. 3-bit, tell everybody where they can find you, sir.
Sure. Great show. I'm excited to be back on for the start of the new year. 2025 is going to be a killer game for years. Um, or killer year for games. I think I said that backwards.
A killer game for years.
Killer. What did I say? Killer game for years. Something like that.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Awesome year for games. So, everybody in chat, you guys are awesome. Appreciate you guys always coming by these shows and supporting us. You guys can find me on Blue Sky at i3bit. And that's pretty much where you guys can find me. I'm on this show as well as Pixelated Echoes every Sunday, right here with Fuzzy Belvedere. And in terms of what shows are coming up, like a lot of people have been asking me to do that interview again with the My Vampire System writer. Great book. If you guys haven't already read it, I'm working on getting it with him. He's actually he just had you guys could look it up. He had a conference where he talked about his next book and stuff like that. And they're trying to adapt it into a movie. I think a lot of his books. So very cool.
He should talk
Very
to
cool.
Sony.
No, I would not recommend. But no, great show, y'all. And I'll see you guys on the next episode of FSP. Bye.
Thanks, 3-bit. Appreciate you, man, as always. And the one and only Fuzzy Belvedere. What about you?
Oh, this was awesome. Just hanging out with you guys, talking about like what's coming forward for Xbox and this next console. Looking forward to this. Looking forward to the Dev Direct later on this month and the showcase in June. And PlayStation cats can still, hope and dream for their, roadmap showcase that isn't movie related. But all in all, this is going to be a pack year for games. So, yeah, clear that backlog if you haven't already. Tackle it, clear it. Just figure it out. But it was fun being on here with you guys. Thanks everybody in the chat. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. Share this out. If you want to hear any rambles and rants from me on anything gaming related, just follow me on pretty much any social media app other than Facebook. Just look for Fuzzy Belvedere and you'll find me. And then hope to see everybody in the chat here Friday night for Xbox Ultimate at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Friday. Look forward to seeing you there.
On Fuzz. Thanks, man, as always. And chat, have a good one. Take it easy. Audio listeners as well. Hey, if you like the content, hit the like button. Or don't hit the like button on audio. Fuck, you can't do that. Leave a review on audio platforms if you like listening to the shows or watching it if you're on Spotify as well. And yeah, thank you all. Have a good one. Take it easy.
Prime.
And we'll see you around the corner on Thursday for PM in the PM, 7 p.m. Eastern Time with Pong Soul and I. Have a good night.
Bye.